Breaking news just in late tonight. To take a good look, one of these two men could very well be the next leader of Jefferson County Public Schools. They are the two finalists now left in the search to replace Marty Pollio. On the left of your screen is Ben Schuldener, the current superintendent of the Lansing School District in Michigan. JCPS says he's led a major turnaround there of the Lansing school system. He's a graduate of Harvard. On the right is Dr. Brian Yearwood. He was superintendent for 3 years until last year of the Columbia, Missouri Public School District. He's credited with a 16-point increase in its annual performance score. He went on to New Mexico Military Institute and Texas Tech University. Now the two finalists will have their final interviews and meet the public in Louisville coming up on Tuesday, May 20th, later this month. For a detailed write-up of the two candidates and more on those upcoming meetings, check out our story posted right now on our website, WHAS11.com. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us on the night team. And also new tonight from the Sky 11 drone, you are looking at Joe Creason Park near the Louisville Zoo. It's been the center of a growing and fiery debate pinning pickleball and tennis court expansions versus nature. Tonight, the community was invited by the developer to voice their opinions at a public meeting. WHAS 11 Night Team's Alex Dieterer first covered the story last week, and tonight with photojournalist Emma Gefter is hearing from both sides again.
Swarms of people dressed in green at this overflowing public meeting. The Cyril Allgaier Community Center at capacity to voice their opinions on a $65 million development for a tennis and pickleball facility in Joe Creason Park. Inside the center, we reject your proposal. Many voice their opposition. Tennis pro Pete McGrath has worked at the Metro Parks Tennis Center for 30 years. He's against the development.
We have operated within this park beautifully with respect to our neighbors, with respect to the green space, respect to the Parks Department, and we find this to be appalling that this happened.
For someone that plays a lot of tennis and pickleball, this is super exciting to find out and to hear about. I think it's going to be a great facility for Louisville.
Well, hundreds of people are already in the community center. Hundreds of others wait outside the doors. You can hear chants going on saying, "Save Joe Creason." They're just wanting to get their questions answered.
Let's go, Joe! We're gonna save you! We're gonna save your life!
Will Davis is the CEO behind the newly formed nonprofit leading the development, the Kentucky Tennis and Pickleball Center.
We want this to be a place for everyone. We want this to be able to serve the entire community, not just neighborhood, but all neighborhoods of Louisville.
There was no open mic at the meeting. People were asked to write down their questions and concerns.
I've never heard of a public hearing that didn't allow public to speak.
Those in support, like USTA Kentucky Executive Director Jason Miller, see the development preserving history.
That is a real key to this project, is the breathing new life into the tennis center that's almost 60 years old. And deserves to once again be on the map.
At his weekly briefing, Mayor Craig Greenberg reiterated his support for the facility.
So the opportunity to improve facilities, to attract people to our city, to continue to maintain the quality of this park are all reasons why I've been supportive of this initiative.
And for the public hearings being held. While Greenberg was not at the meeting, Deputy Mayor Nicole George was there representing the city.
This is a neighborhood that loves their park, okay? And since the mayor said he was committed to an open process and wanted to hear from everybody, and since he's not here, I guess they have to be a little louder, so maybe you can hear him wherever he is.
A new development backed by the city and opposed by its neighbors.
We think someplace in this community this would fit in, but it definitely does not fit into this park.
And a vow from developers to listen to community concerns. In Louisville, Alex Dieterer, the WHAS 11 Night Team, on your side.
Well, when's the last time you've seen a line that long about a park? Now, there will be another public meeting held this Saturday coming up at 8:30 in the morning, and it's going to be held at St. X High School.
Well, a pretty nice day across Louisville. We hit a high of 71 degrees today with the sunshine returning. We'll see mostly cloudy skies as we head into the overnight hours. Temperatures likely going to be right around that 50-degree mark as you do wake up for your Wednesday morning. And we're in for another nice day on Wednesday as well. Temperatures climbing even higher up into the mid-70s. 75 in the forecast for us here on Wednesday in Louisville, 76 in Salem, 74 in Hodgenville, and 75 in E-Town. So right about average for this time of year, but we've been so cool, it is going to feel really nice. And we should stay dry as well. Taking a look at our rain chances over the next couple of days, about a 20% chance on Wednesday. Not going to be much. More of that's going to be in central Kentucky, if anything. Then Thursday, about a 30% chance of some showers and storms start to move into our area. Here's a look at the next 3 days.
All right, an update from Julie Martin there. We'll join her again in just a moment. Well, more top stories here on the night team for you. Luxury car maker Mercedes-Benz is now suing the former Clark County, Indiana Sheriff Jaime Null, who's currently in prison. Now the fourth entity to sue Jaime Null since 2024. Mercedes-Benz says Null's in violation of a lease agreement for a 2023 Mercedes, the company claiming that he still owes them almost $30,000. According to court documents, the Mercedes was bought in 2022 and it cost more than $1,700 a month on the payment. Cole is currently serving a 12-year prison sentence in the state of Indiana. Shocking new details released tonight about the Seymour, Indiana library shooting. Arrest documents lay out the teenagers' plot to commit a mass shooting. 18-year-old Emiliano Cuevas Bravo was arrested after he allegedly shot through the front doors of the Jackson County, Indiana Public Library. One person was hurt by the flying glass in the shooting. Now, a bystander was able to tackle the teenager and restrain him until police got there. According to the documents, Bravo told police that he was planning to go to Seymour High School first and shoot people there. Cuevas Bravo said he planned to target a school resource officer, but he saw a teacher he knew in the parking lot that day and he drove away. He told police he was depressed over the last year and was interested in the Columbine shooting. Officers also found a pipe bomb in his possession. Cuevas Bravo was charged with attempted murder, criminal recklessness, and a deadly weapon, along with intimidation.
Stop the violence, and get something else to do.
Happening new tonight, a message from the aunt of one of the two victims killed early Derby morning, a party that was going late into the overnight hours in West Louisville. Metro Police say it was a large group gathering in the Kroger parking lot at 28th and Broadway. Now the family of Martez McAtee is in the same spot honoring his memory. Well, police say a shooting broke out just after 2 a.m. on early Derby morning. The family of Martez identifying him as the victim alongside a woman that they did not personally know. But the McAtee family has suffered the loss of two other men almost 5 years ago. WHAS11 Night Team's Jose Alonso tells us how they want senseless violence to end.
West Louisvillians gathering in solidarity to honor a loved one killed in the early morning hours of Derby Day.
Man, somebody just got shot dead, man.
Chaos unfolding.
Somebody just got shot dead, man.
A Derby Eve party lasting into the early morning hours.
We're just trying to find out what went on and who done this, because we are really sad and heartbroken.
Clutching the picture of one of the shooting victims, Martez McAtee, was his older cousin, Shara Malone. She called on family and friends to gather at the crime scene in the parking lot of Kroger on Broadway Street to host a vigil in his honor.
He had plenty of friends that loved and is going to miss him. He's just an all-around sweet person.
He's just gut-wretched, you know, he's big heart, care about everybody, show love to everybody, family, man, you know how it go, but like, it's just a tough loss for everybody.
But it's not the only loss within the McAtee family.
His father got killed over at Dino's some years back, Marvin McAtee, and that's unsolved. We do not want this to go unsolved.
In 2020, a memorial was set up for Martez's father, Marvin McAtee, who was also shot dead. That came 4 months after Marvin's uncle, David McAtee, seen in this video, was also shot dead by a Kentucky National Guard member after one of the early Breonna Taylor marches in the city.
How do you make sense of that?
I really don't. It's just, Louisville's just really out of control. I wish they would put the guns down and love each other instead of hating each other, doing these silly killings. You might bump into somebody nowadays in Louisville and they ready to shoot or fight.
Those remembering Martez took the time to sign personal messages on the multiple balloons they plan to release.
It's a sad occasion that we have to all come together and stop everything that we're doing to come because somebody else wanted revenge.
Although the family is left with many questions. It's this balloon release that'll keep every late McAtee spirit in their hearts. In the Parkland neighborhood, Jose Alonso, WHAS 1119 on your side.
Louisville Metro Police did release a statement to us associated to this active case. They're saying in part, quote, there were hundreds of people in the Kroger parking lot when the shooting occurred. We need the public's cooperation to solve these cases. LMPD cannot do it alone, end quote. If you have a tip for detectives working this case, the number to call anonymously is 574-LMPD. Right now, new on the night team, an overwhelming no vote tonight to a tax hike in Clark County, Indiana that would benefit the Silver Creek school system, the large school system there. 94% of the votes were against the property tax increase. It would have raised $64 million by increasing property taxes by more than 40%. The referendum would have funded projects, upgrades, and added a new elementary school to ease overcrowding within the Clark County, Indiana school district. It's unclear if a different version of the referendum will be brought back to the table. Sadly, we have a somber update for you tonight here on the night team. A DuPont Manual basketball player we profiled not long ago on this newscast has died after battling cancer. It was our sports director, Ken Spencer, brought you the tremendous story of Davis Randall and after he got the diagnosis of cancer in 2023. After having knee pain, doctors found that he had osteosarcoma, but he never gave up. Davis went through treatment, even having a full knee replacement. Davis's family and the team stood behind him through all the difficult times, even using the rallying cry, "Do it for Davo." The teenager told Kent that support meant everything to him. His father shared the news of his passing that happened on May 2nd. Davis Randall died at 18 years old.